Hello.
Hello.
Right. Hammerlock. I think some people call it udigarami or something like that. Not sure. Don't quote me on that one. But hammerlock. Last week, an old mate of mine sent me a clip of his security people taking out some aggressive guy from a bar, and there was two of them on him, one on each arm, taking the guy out. He said to me, they're doing it wrong, but they got the guy out, so all's well that ends well. Yep, absolutely. Then he sent me a video clip of somebody doing it right. At which point I had to say, no, he's not doing it right, he's doing it more correct. There's more to add to it. So let's go through it slowly so you can understand what I mean. Forget the entry for now, let's just look at the lock itself. So, you're in here, and people up here like that, and this was the mistake that a lot of people make, they go up here like this, and they hold on here. Now, do not do this fast, do it very slowly, otherwise you'll break my arm. If he just powers out this way, he ends up putting me a lot and breaking my arm. So that's no good, because some people are that strong they'll just rip out, and it's a natural thing for you to do. You will just rip your arm out, or you can even grab your own arm and pull it up and get out, which is one of the escapes. So you've got to make sure that you're not high up like this. So you're not high up on the shoulder up here. Okay? So that's point one. Now, the guy who was doing it more correct, he came down to the elbow here, like that, which starts to put it on straight away. Agreed? So that starts to put it on, but look at where the person goes. They follow the pain. So when you do that, he starts to follow the pain, he starts to move around all over the place, and then you've got to control the body, control the person, which gets to be a bit more difficult, unless you've got somebody on the other arm at the same time. Let's assume that you haven't. So when you get to here and you control that, that guy then came into here and did the old pull up into the shoulder here, which some people it works great, some people not so great. But when I pull hard on Theodore's shoulder, it's just a little bit of local pain. You'll get out of that if you decided to fight. You can feel the strength in his shoulder and upper arm now. Yeah, you would power out still. So again, better, but still not quite correct. And I said to my friend, I said, to do that hammerlock correctly, you've got to control the elbow. And the guy who's doing the more correct version felt that he was controlling the elbow, and he was much more controlled than going up high on the shoulder, yes. But to truly control that elbow, you need to be on the outside of the elbow here. Okay? So when you're doing this hammerlock and you're here, it's this part of the elbow that needs to be controlled. And we do that with our body. Just put your body on, and now move, get out. You can't even move. So then everything else starts to work much better for you. It seems wrong, it seems counterintuitive to put your body against it and to get closer to the bad guy, but it actually works. As soon as that elbow is controlled, you feel that you can't move. Or you can, but it hurts so much you don't want to. So when you're in here, you just control that elbow. Then they were doing this one into here, which I'm not too keen on it. I prefer to push down on the head and pull the head up, because then you end up with this kind of move. And if you do traditional martial arts, karate, taekwondo, etc., I know you've got these moves. I know you have. Don't tell me you haven't. I know you've got them. And what does this look like when you do that? Does it look like that move? I know it does. Or that, open hand or closed fist. So these moves, and remember these moves in your kata, they all mean something, and it's not block, kick, punch. They've got standing grappling, ground grappling, locks, chokes, throws, strikes, takedowns, all sorts of stuff. It's not just block, kick, punch. But that is a more correct version of that hammerlock. Okay? So when you're doing that hammerlock now, I want you to make sure that when you're here, very gently with each other, your training partner, don't do it hard and fast because you'll break my arm. Could you power out of that? Yeah, you could. Yeah, I can feel that you could, even though I'm controlling the elbow here. Could you power out of it now? Yes, you could. So it gets here. Now can you power out? No. So that's one way for you to gently and safely check what I'm telling you, check what you're being told, check what you're being instructed, check if I'm full of bullshit or not, whether you can then make this hammerlock work by controlling that elbow at the back. And when you control it at the back, it's a huge difference. Okay, thank you, Theodore.
Thank you, Russ.
See you on the next one, as they say. Is that dog barking? Let that dog in.